Carlin will have the honor of getting us started. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Play action on 1st down. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Now it's DTR. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Into the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Throwing, Taylor. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Taylor. Brought in right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Here's Taylor to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Let's go. Track 60.
Looking to throw, Taylor. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go!
Completes this one to Rice. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To the air, Taylor. Forced out to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans finish off their opening drive. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans start off well to tie things 7-7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Here's a give up the middle. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, set.
To throw, Thompson Robinson. Fits it through the middle. Ain't touching down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's contained at the line for no gain. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. And they send a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They are looking at 4th down, however. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Taylor escapes the pocket, and he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Running for the marker on 2nd, and he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Right up the gut. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give it to him again. And they take him down right along the 30. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Okonkwo brings it in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Hauled in by Rice. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run for this. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Thompson Robinson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now, Thompson Robinson. Has him on the quick hitter. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go.
DTR to throw it. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 6 now. He put everything he had into this one. Full extension, and he brings it in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Slot man in motion right. And he's brought down for a loss. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Thompson Robinson now. He's on the move. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Here we go, set.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Ready,
1st and 10 now from the 30.
19, set. Come on, set. 19, right. Panther 11,
Taylor now. Caught by his back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready. Buffalo 18. Justin 19.
From the 36. It is Cup, left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
13, right here. 18 left, 18 left. Go, Reed, go.
He's back to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns, they're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's Taylor. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Titans will have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go now. 79 Bronco.
Throwing, Taylor. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So second down coming up.
Let's go. Go.
They'll throw it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
69.
Here's DTR to throw. That one complete to Njoku. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
65 Jack. 65 Jack.
At the 42-yard line.
From the 42. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Track at 60.
They kick the running back in motion. Complete beyond the marker. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Now it's DTR. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Man in motion here. He'll throw it yet again. Chased out to his right. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw on third down. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th. Here's Taylor to throw. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Here's 2nd and 5. Launches one deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 4 yards there, but just can't get him in. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Browns a first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Play action on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Second and 10 now. On the move, headed right. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Throwing on third and long. Buys time, rolling right. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Mevis able to knock it through. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. They send a man in motion. Looking to throw, Taylor. Has the connection to Ridley. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Here's second and 7. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Taylor. Oh no, they get him yet again. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was give me 6.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns stretch the lead to 23. This is the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. And he's going to take a knee.